Hello everyone, I am Professor Lee of Dr. Wild of TV. Today, let's study the best anti-cancer herbal tea with clinical research evidence, how to use mistletoe tea and precautions. Let's review the mistletoe effect. In traditional medicine, mulberry mistletoe has the most medicinal properties, but is rarely seen. In addition to anti-cancer, it is specially used for high blood pressure, headache and dizziness, musculoskeletal and spinal pain, and coronary artery disease, and prevention of miscarriage. On the other hand, oak mistletoe is mainly used for anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, coronary artery disease, and bronchitis. In modern medicine, it is mainly used for anti-cancer purposes. 1. An injection made from rib and stem extract is used, and its anti-cancer and immune-activating effect been proven. 2. In case of oral administration, 1. It has disadvantage that the active components are inactivated in digestive system, and clinical research is still lacking. However, there are many animal studies reporting anti-cancer and immune-activating effect after oral administration. 2. Therefore, it is worth expecting an immune-activating effect when taking the extract in capsules, tablets, liquid, or tea. You see is a mistletoe injection, and these are capsules and tablets. The two main active components in leaves and stems are 1. It is a lectin. It's the main component that has an immune modulatory effect and has a toxic effect on cancer cells, but in excess, it is also toxic to normal cells. 2. Biscotoxin. It is also toxic to cancer cells, and if consumed in excess, it has also side effect. Other than that, polysaccharide and flavonoid also have immune activating effect. The most important factor for these differences in composition is the host tree factor. In addition, there are regional differences. If you are currently fighting cancer and want to use mistletoe along with modern medical treatment, you can consult with your doctor and use it as an injection. After this process is completed, I'll recommend traditional decoction tea. Even for those who have completed all chemotherapy, I'll recommend taking it as a tea consistently to help boost immunity and prevent cancer recurrence. Let's talking about using traditional decoction tea method. 1. Purchase dried mistletoe collected in winter, and the host tree is very important. According to the result of several related domestic studies, the content of active components is highest in chestnut tree, followed by mountain cherry tree, oak tree, birch tree, and alum trees. Some studies have reported that chestnut tree mistletoe contains about 10 times more lectin than oak tree mistletoe. Therefore, it's best to avoid chestnut tree, mountain berry mistletoe, which have too much lectin content. In addition, animal tests on chestnut tree mistletoe extract show toxic effects even on normal cells. You can purchase dried mistletoe online. If you want to know the host tree correctly and get guidance, you can also purchase it directly from a trusted herbalist. This shows the collected mistletoe leaves and stems being dried. Once dried, they gradually turn dark green, then it turns golden. The leaves and stems are mainly used, and the daily dose is 10 to 20 grams. The fruit is also used as a decoction in folk medicine, but there are report of side effects from porotoxin, which has cardiac depressant effect. In particular, avoid eating raw berries, especially berries that have fallen to the ground in the mountains in the winter. In Europe, children are often poisoned by raw berry during Christmas. After washing, lightly fry in the pan for about 5 to 10 minutes to avoid burning, and start with 10 grams. In case of the leaves, you can steep them for about 15 minutes and drink them like green tea, but it's best to use all the branches and leaves, so boil them in 1 liter of water for about 100 minutes. You can take it as a tea several times a day. This is a mistletoe leaf. the thin branches and leaves, there is no need to boil them for a long time. For each drink, just pour about 2 to 3 grams into a glass, pour boiling water, steep for 10 minutes and then drink. Among the stems, the wood of the main stem is quite hard and thick. Therefore, it must be boiled for 1 to 2 hours for the active components to be extracted. Now, let's wait. Mix leaves, thin branches, and thick stems to make 10 grams. Now, this is 10 grams. If you hold it in your hand, this amount is 10 grams. There is something to do first before lightly frying the well-washed and dried mistletoe in the pan. They must be separated by stem thickness. These are the thickest branches, the medium-thick branches, and the small branches and leaves. When frying, put the thickest stems first and fry it for 2 to 3 minutes on medium heat without burning. Next, add the medium stems and finally the leaves and very thin stems and fry them in the pan. If you fry all the leaves and stems at once, they are likely to burn. It'll take about 5 to 10 minutes total. The active components of mistletoe are very resistant to heat, so they do not destroy it or lose much. Now, put 10 grams into the water boiler and decoct for about 1 to 1.5 hours. I set it to 1.5 hours. 30 minutes have passed and it's boiling very well. Now, the mistletoe tea is ready. 1 liter of water after boiling for 90 minutes, the amount decreased to about 700 cc. This is the daily amount to drink. When I pour it into a teacup, the light golden color looks very clean. Let me taste it. Wow, that's good. At first, I can feel the fresh and soft wood scent. After a while, the slightly savory, sweet, bitter, and astringent flavors come together. It's a taste you never get tired of. I've been drinking this mistletoe tea for over 10 years. I'll tell you about the side effects when taking it. 1. Digestive nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea. Stop until symptoms disappear and then restart in a small amount. Cardiovascular, rare, decreased heart rate, low blood pressure occurs, stop it. Nervous system symptoms, it is also rare, but dizziness or confusion occurs, stop it. Allergic reaction, stop and see a doctor if it gets worse. Precautions, it is recommended to receive guidance from an expert. Avoid pregnant women, breastfeeding, and children. It is prohibited to consume excessive amount in a strong broth. Start with the lowest dose of 10 grams and observe side effects. Increase the dose by 2 grams every 2 to 4 weeks. It should not replace existing cancer treatment. Best anti-cancer herbal tea that is effective and tastes great. I recommend it as an anti-cancer herbal tea to those who are currently fighting cancer or have completed cancer treatment. I also recommend it to those who do not currently have cancer but would like to try anti-cancer tea. So, please try it at least once.